A kitchen renovation is one of the biggest investments you'll make in your home. And for many of us, this is the last major kitchen renovation we will do. So the number one regret people have after months of planning, choosing, and waiting. Not the cabinets, not the countertops, it is the color. Because once everything is installed and paid for, you are living with it. Every morning, every meal, for years. And here is what nobody warns you about. There is one factor that determines whether your kitchen color scheme looks beautiful or completely wrong. And it has nothing to do with the colors themselves. Most people discover it after everything is already installed and the contractor is gone. And I have seen that look before. The quiet disappointment. The I wish I had known moment. If you're about to make a decision like this, or even thinking about it, subscribe and hit like. Not because of numbers, but because it helps us grow and keep making videos like this. I would rather you hear this now, before it is too late. In addition, there is a cabinet finish that looks stunning in the showroom, but becomes a full-time cleaning job the moment it is in your home. And at this point in life, the last thing any of us needs is another surface demanding our attention 3 times a day. Today, I am counting down 10 kitchen color combinations that actually work. Not in million-dollar showrooms, but in real kitchens. Whether you are in sunny Florida, the gray Pacific Northwest, or a cozy English cottage. Because this renovation needs to be right. Not trendy, not what a designer is pushing this season. Right for your home, your light, and your life. Let us count it down. Sunny yellow plus warm wood. Starting with one that rarely gets featured anymore but keeps coming up. Yellow kitchens. Not the aggressive 1970s mustard, but a sophisticated buttery lemon or soft golden tone paired with warm natural wood. This combination tends to work especially well in kitchens without generous natural light. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, the UK, Canada, or anywhere with long gray winters, white kitchens can feel cold for months. A warm, muted yellow generates its own sense of sunshine without needing California light most of us don't have. The risk is going too bright or too saturated. Think muted, chalky, the kind of yellow that feels like it's been in a Provençal farmhouse for decades, rather than something that reads as overwhelming. Pair it with butcher block or light oak. Architecturally, yellow works especially well in galley kitchens and narrow layouts because warm light tones visually push walls apart rather than closing them in. Espresso plus natural wood. Two-tone. Two-tone kitchens aren't new, but this specific pairing appears to be gaining momentum. Dark espresso on your base cabinets with natural lighter wood on the uppers or island. This grounds the room at the bottom while keeping things airy up top. And here's something practical. Dark base cabinets hide scuffs, kicks, and wear at floor level far better than white. If you have pets, grandchildren visiting, or simply decades of daily life happening at floor level, dark tones down low aren't just beautiful, they're strategic. Watch the contrast between tones. A rich espresso with warm honey oak feels intentional and elegant. Jet black bases with bleached white uppers can feel jarring. And if your kitchen opens into the living or dining area, as most open-plan homes do now, the lighter upper tone helps the kitchen blend visually with the adjacent rooms, rather than feeling like a separate dark box. Soft sage plus butcher block. This one speaks to anyone renovating an older home, a farmhouse, a cottage, a character property, and wanting to honor the building's soul without making it feel like a museum. Soft sage green cabinets with butcher block countertops and a warm white wall creates a kitchen that feels like it's always been there. Nostalgic without being dated. And unlike deeper hunter greens that can overwhelm a compact space, sage is light enough to work in smaller kitchens with limited windows. Here's a detail most people miss: the wall color. Pure white walls with sage cabinets creates too sharp a contrast, and the green can look plasticky. A soft warm white or pale cream lets the sage breathe naturally. Butcher block ties the warmth together in a way that quartz or marble typically can't within this palette. One practical note: if you live in a high humidity climate like Florida or the Gulf Coast, butcher block requires regular sealing. In dry climates like Arizona or inland California, it holds up with far less effort. This also works on almost any budget. Paint existing cabinets sage, source butcher block affordably, swap hardware to aged brass. That's a meaningful transformation without a full renovation. Sometimes that's the smarter path. Blue plus white, the updated version. Blue and white has been a kitchen favorite for generations. If you grew up with blue willow china or Delft tiles in a grandparent's kitchen, you understand why this pairing endures. But in 2026, the way to do it well has shifted. The older approach, bright navy with crisp white, now tends to feel heavy-handed. And there's an easy trap, especially if you live near the coast in Florida, the Carolinas, or Southern California: the accidental nautical theme. Suddenly, your kitchen feels like it belongs on a sailboat rather than in your home. The 2026 update is about desaturation and warmth. A dusty muted blue, like denim washed 100 times, paired with creamy off-white rather than brilliant white. Current and refined without trying too hard. Hardware makes a surprising difference. Stainless steel pushes the look cold and commercial. Brushed brass or antique bronze warms everything up. And introducing a third element, a walnut shelf, a contrasting drawer on the island, helps blue and white feel fresh rather than formulaic. Tonal neutrals, the quiet luxury kitchen. This is the combination that whispers instead of shouts, and when it works, it creates one of the most calming kitchens you'll ever walk into. It also happens to be one of the most architecturally forgiving. In an open-plan home, tonal neutrals flow seamlessly into adjacent living and dining spaces without creating a jarring color break at the transition. Everything lives within the same warm tonal family. Light wood floors, beige or grayish cabinets, limestone or warm quartz countertops, walls in a nearby shade. But here's where it goes catastrophically wrong when everything is too similar. Same beige, same smooth finish everywhere. That's not quiet elegance, that's a beige box. The secret is texture. Within that neutral palette, every surface needs to feel different. Wood floor, stone countertop, cabinets with visible grain or panel detail. The variety of textures is what creates richness and depth. Without texture contrast, neutral just means boring. With it, neutral means timeless. Green plus walnut. Every time this combination comes up, the response is overwhelmingly positive. It might be the most universally appealing kitchen pairing right now. Green in nearly any shade paired with the deep, rich warmth of walnut creates something that feels simultaneously contemporary and classic. Add brushed bronze or aged brass hardware and you elevate it into genuinely high-end territory, often regardless of what the cabinets actually cost. But here's the honest truth. This combination can feel heavy in small kitchens or rooms without strong natural light. In a sun-drenched Texas or Florida kitchen with big windows, deep forest green and walnut looks spectacular. That same combination in a compact north-facing kitchen in the UK or the northern states can feel like the walls are closing in. The solution isn't to abandon it, it's to adjust the shade. A lighter sage green or soft olive instead of deep hunter green completely changes the weight of the room. Same beautiful pairing, but the space breathes. Ceiling height matters here too. If you have standard 8-foot ceilings, keep the deeper greens on the base cabinets only. Homes with 9 or 10-foot ceilings can handle floor-to-ceiling dark green without it feeling heavy. And for those wondering, many showcase kitchens use veneered MDF rather than solid walnut throughout. You can achieve this look with painted cabinets and walnut veneer panels without a luxury budget. It's the color combination doing the heavy lifting, not the price tag. Dark plus metallic, the drama kitchen. For those who want their kitchen to feel like more than just a room, dark tones with metallic accents create something genuinely special. Deep charcoal, ink blue, or rich forest green paired with aged brass, brushed bronze, or copper fixtures. A kitchen with mood and atmosphere, where even making a cup of tea feels like an occasion. The common fear is that going dark means cave. That concern isn't unfounded, but kitchens that pull this off tend to share three things: lighter countertops to reflect light back, decent natural light, and warm metallics rather than cool stainless steel. Layout matters too. An L-shape or open-wall kitchen handles dark tones better than a closed U-shape, because at least one sightline stays open and prevents that boxed-in feeling. Avoid high-gloss black cabinets. They show every fingerprint, every water spot, every speck of dust, and honestly, there are better things to do with your time. Matte or satin. Dark finishes deliver that cocooning atmosphere without the endless maintenance. Small kitchens aren't excluded either. A compact dark kitchen with warm metallics and lighter countertops can feel intimate rather than cramped. Especially in cooler climates like Canada and the northern US, where a dark, enveloping kitchen feels cozy during long winters. The key is commitment. If you're going moody, lean fully into it. White plus oak evolved. White and oak remains arguably the most enduring kitchen combination. Both elements are neutral, so they adapt to almost anything. But in 2026, the execution has evolved beyond the basic Scandinavian formula. That version, brilliant white, pale blonde oak, nothing else, was clean but could feel cold and clinical. People have lived with these kitchens for years often say the warmth and character of a real home was missing. The evolution keeps the brightness but adds soul. Off-white with warm undertones instead of pure white. Oak with visible grain and character. Textural layers, matte floors, limestone countertops, paneled cabinet doors instead of flat slabs. And consider where your windows are. If your only natural light is a single window above the sink, the wall opposite it is where you'll notice color most. That's where the oak or a warmer tone should live, catching whatever light bounces in. This is also one of the most budget-friendly approaches. White painted cabinets with oak open shelving, a wooden island surface, and brass handles can refresh an existing kitchen without a full renovation. The practical reality. Nobody shows you. Before number one, something that almost never gets discussed in kitchen design content, the reality of actually using your kitchen every day. The most beautiful kitchen becomes a source of frustration if you chose finishes based on photographs rather than real life. After years of maintaining kitchens, most of us have learned these lessons the hard way, but if you're about to renovate, learn them before you commit. Dark, solid color countertops, especially black, show every crumb, every watering, every smudge. A countertop with natural variation and movement hides daily life far better than any solid surface. Medium tones, not too light, not too dark, tend to be the most forgiving under real kitchen conditions regardless of where you live. Very light floors show every dropped crumb, every tracked-in footprint. And if you live somewhere with heavy rain or red clay soil like parts of Georgia and the Carolinas, light kitchen floors become a daily battle. Matte cabinet finishes photograph beautifully and looks stunning right after cleaning. Then, fingerprints take over. Matte and satin finishes are far more practical. If easy maintenance matters to you, and after enough years of keeping a home, it should. Satin is the smarter investment. Bold, saturated colors at full room scale can feel more overwhelming than they did on a small paint chip. What looked exciting at the store can become a lot to live with after months. If you want bold, use it strategically. An island in a strong color, or an accent wall behind open shelving, rather than wrapping the entire kitchen in it. Color can define functional zones without needing walls. Your combination, the one that works with your light. The best kitchen color combination for 2026 isn't any specific pairing. It's the one that works with the light your kitchen actually receives. This is the single most important factor, and it trips up even experienced renovators. People fall in love with a kitchen they saw in a magazine or renovation show, then recreate those colors in their own kitchen and wonder why it looks different. A kitchen in Southern California or Florida gets intense warm light most of the year. Colors look vibrant automatically. That same palette in Washington State, Ontario, or the English Midlands can feel completely flat and cold. Cool north-facing light drains warmth from colors. That warm white leans gray. That sage looks dull. That moody green reads almost black. Before choosing any combination, take your samples and hold them up in your actual kitchen. In the morning, in the afternoon, on a bright day and a cloudy one. What looks perfect under showroom lighting can look genuinely different in your real home. The combination that works best in 2026 isn't the trendiest or the most expensive. It's the one chosen carefully in the real conditions of your real home. That's the kitchen you'll love not just when it's new, but 5 and 10 years from now. Every combination on this list can work beautifully, but none work universally. Your kitchen size, your natural light, your daily habits, and your budget matter more than whatever a designer or renovation show is pushing this season. Start with your light, then your layout, then your dominant tone, then layer in texture and contrast. And don't let anyone tell you the kitchen you love is wrong. One viewer built a Mondrian-inspired kitchen with primary colors framed in black, breaks every rule, and her whole village comes to admire it. Perfect because it's hers. The best kitchen isn't the most expensive one or the one that looks like a magazine cover. It's the one you chose for you. If you're planning a renovation in 2026, make sure you've seen my video on the biggest kitchen design mistakes that cost people thousands. I'll link it here. Drop a comment with your color combination. After years of living in and maintaining your own kitchens, your real-world experience is more valuable than any trend forecast.